I overheard my fiancé and best friend plotting to steal my savings right before our wedding. So at the rehearsal dinner, I handed them an envelope. That night, he called me crying. "What did you do?" I calmly replied, "I gave you exactly what you asked for." It was 3 weeks before I was supposed to marry Jake. I was at his apartment, dropping off some decorations for the reception. He thought I was still at work. When I walked in, I heard voices coming from the kitchen. It was Jake and my maid of honor, Sarah. I stopped when I heard my name. "As soon as the ink is dry on the marriage certificate, we execute the plan." Jake laughed. "Her trust fund unlocks the day we get married. We'll buy the house, and 6 months later, I'll file for divorce. Half of it will be mine." Sarah giggled. "And then we finally get to be together. I can't believe she's actually paying for her own fake wedding." I felt like the floor had vanished beneath me. For the past 2 years, I had paid for everything. Jake's car payments, his massive credit card debt, our lavish vacations. I truly thought we were building a beautiful life together. Now, standing there, I realized I was just a temporary ATM to them. I didn't storm into the kitchen. I didn't scream or cry. I quietly backed out of the apartment and went to my car. My hands were shaking, but my mind was incredibly clear. For the next 3 weeks, I played the part perfectly. I smiled for photos. But behind the scenes, I was making moves. Fast forward to the rehearsal dinner. We were at a fancy restaurant surrounded by 40 of our closest friends and family. Jake was playing the perfect groom. Sarah was making fake, tearful speeches about how meant for each other we were. It was absolutely sickening. Finally, it was time for gifts. Jake handed me a diamond necklace. Bought with a credit card I paid off for him, of course. I smiled warmly and stood up. "I have something for you too, Jake. And for you, Sarah." I handed them each a thick envelope. The room went quiet as they tore them open. Inside Jake's envelope was a stack of photos of him and Sarah sneaking into hotels, along with a printed transcript of their kitchen conversation. Inside Sarah's envelope was an invoice. It was the total cost of the wedding. Every vendor, the venue, the food, the flowers, totaling over $60,000. Jake's face went completely pale. He looked up at me, panic in his eyes. "Emma, what is this?" "Oh, that?" I said, projecting my voice so the whole room could hear. "That's the reality of your relationship. And Sarah, since you're so eager to play the wife, I transferred all the wedding contracts into your name this morning. Have fun paying for a wedding with no bride." The room erupted into chaos. Jake's mother gasped. Sarah started sobbing. Jake tried to grab my arm, but I shook him off with pure disgust. I picked up my purse and walked out the front door into the cool evening air. My phone blew up immediately. Missed calls, angry texts, voicemails of Jake begging and apologizing. I ignored all of them until I was safely in my living room sipping wine. When it rang again, I finally answered. "Emma, please, you can't do this," Jake screamed through the phone. "I already did," I said coldly. "Enjoy your debt." I hung up and blocked his number forever. If you loved this sweet revenge story, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more daily stories.